Hey guys, you are tuned up to Big FM. You know me now very well. I am your host RJ Nisha, and today we have some very special esteemed guests with us. You know what? The most surprising factor which came across to me for the artist of the week was she's hardly 19 years old and she's brought a beautiful song. And who is she? I need to give you an introduction, and obviously, who better than this person herself can actually introduce you? So, who do we have with us? Let's have an introduction by herself. So, hello there. Hi, Anika.
Hi, I'm so excited firstly. I love sharing my songs with people and so nice that you guys reached out. But a little bit about me. I feel like people are surprised when I tell them I'm 19 years old, but I genuinely feel like I'm a dadi. Like I genuinely feel in my head I'm like 80 years old. I don't feel like my age at all. So if somebody asks me to introduce myself, it's literally like I feel like my nani. And all my songs are quite like wise, I feel. But I grew up in Mumbai, uh, and I shifted to Goa 2 years back with my family. Not a city person at all. If you can't find me, I'll probably be underwater. I'll be up on a tree. I don't like buildings. I feel like we all should roam around barefoot. But those are many thoughts, save for later. And right now, I am in Liverpool, studying at the Liverpool Institute for Performing Arts. I'm doing my BA in songwriting and performance. I'm just coming after songwriting class, and that sounds crazy to me because I get to wake up and study music, which has always been a dream. So that's a little bit about me. Yeah.
My, that's quite amazing journey of yours. I think the first thing which really comes across, yes, it is definitely the age number of yours because we've got also many artists who've actually said that we now become graduates, we've been working, and we realize that now the passion for music has been there with us, and we've got ourselves into the music. But you actually are at a very right age to understand music, to play music, to create music, and to sing beautiful songs for us. But if I had to ask you, Anika, what was the first instance which attracted you towards the music? Was it because there was someone in the family that they were always hearing
Mm.
some good songs and which motivated you? Or was there a time where we say, as we grow up as a teenager, we always have a passion for likings and for music, some kind of a different genre of
Mm.
music, and that's how you got into it?
There's barely anybody in my family who can sing or are musicians, except my nanu. He plays the dholak every day for I've grown up on bhajans and aartis and Ek Onkar playing in the morning, and so I've not really grown up on Western music, which is what I am very, very much into right now. I grew up on all old Bollywood music. So growing up, it was that kind of music that was playing in at home all the time. But then later, when I was 14 or 15, was when one of my aunts, her name is Mansi Scott, she she's an amazing singer, and she went up on stage and she was like, "Oh, do you want to come up with me?" And I was like, "Huh, matlab, what do I have to lose? I'll go and see." So I went up on stage and I held a mic in my hand and I was like, "Bas, that's it. This is all I want to do. I can't imagine doing anything else."
That's such a beautiful journey of yours, basically, but having that one person telling you come and sing on the stage, and now the whole stage is yours.
Yeah.
So, Anika, if I had to ask you, who has been the inspiration of yours as a singer, which really inspires you with the music and the lyrics, and you feel that this is something you really want to be nearby, close to, or maybe even succeed the singer?
Javed Akhtar. He is. I actually got a tattoo of his. No, I don't know if you can see it, but it says "Jo bhi ho so ho." Like the movie Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara changed my life, and I mean he's not a musician, but I feel like as a songwriter, all my songs tell a story, and I feel like when it comes to Javed ji, he writes very simply. Like all of his songs or his poems or anything that he writes is universal. Anyone can read it and be like, "Oh my God, I understand what you're saying."
That's amazing. So, with that, can we actually have the first song from you? Would you love to share it to all our audiences
Oh.
out there?
Okay, cool. So this one is the one that I've released the latest. It's called Behind the Sky, and it's basically about how there was a point in my life where I felt like I didn't receive the love that I deserved from this certain person. So my way to deal with it was to get on a plane, go behind the sky, and hopefully find that person who's willing to give that love to me. I promise I'm happy now. Whenever I say this introduction, people are like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry you felt that way." But I songs are just exaggerated a little bit. Everything I say is the truth, in some way or the other. But yeah, the song's called Behind the Sky, and it's out everywhere.
What if behind the sky there's another world with another girl who's not afraid to show the love she holds while we grow old? But will she brush my teeth for me after I'm drunk and giddy? Or will she stand to the side and just sleep through the night? Will she put her hand in mine and dance with me all the time? Or will I be left alone with the air and the rose? So just give me a plane, take me away to outer space, to another day. 'Cause all that matters is you. Oh, this all that matters is you. What if behind the stars there's a secret on how to fix this? On how to make a one-way street into two ways. No, this is not okay. Was my birthday last week? You left a kiss on my cheek and then you ran away. You weren't here to stay. I know you know my favorite song. I thought you'd sing it all day long, but you were so far. It was just me and my guitar. So just give me a plane, take me away to outer space, to another day. 'Cause all that matters is you. Oh, 'cause all that matters is you. 2, 3, 4, yeah, you.
Yeah, baat hai. Amazing, Anika. Now I know that why you said that you actually think much and you write so deeply out there because every line which you actually sung for us was quite relatable for all those people who have actually once fallen into their teenage love and then moved on, maybe perhaps in life. So yes, that relates to us. That's amazing.
I'm
So,
glad.
Anika, how does it make you feel? Like you had this song which came out. This was there onto the Rolling Stones also. And did you expect that everyone is going to be liking it or giving it a shout out, saying that check out this song, this is so amazing? Or was it that you just felt you need to sing your heart out and let's see how it goes?
I don't know if this sounds bad, but I don't, and I know this is how like most musicians make money, but I don't care much about releasing music. For me, it's so much about for myself. Like I write these songs, I feel what I'm feeling, and I write it for myself, and then it's done. Like I'm done with it, and I move on to the next song. But then when I sing it live, so when I'm like, oh my God, people might like the song, and they are singing to it, and it makes them feel something, and that's when I'm like, okay, maybe this can, like I said before, maybe someone can be like, okay, I relate to what you're saying. So I mean, I guess I expect some people to like it, but I genuinely just don't care much about streams and all and how well it does. But at the same time, now pursuing music as a career, that perspective is changing, and I have to start caring because that's how. I mean, my main goal as a musician is to make a living out of this, right? So that
Hmm.
perspective is changing a little bit, where I do have to start caring what people think to some extent, but deep down, I just do it for myself. That's all.
Absolutely true. It's like how you love doing things, that love is reciprocated in the songs you bring out to us. So,
Sure.
which is the second song you're going to be actually bringing us, for all the audiences?
So next one is called Bring Me Flowers, and I think this is the most special song for me because
Mhm.
I came out through this music video.
Actions mean more than words, so bring me flowers even if it hurts to lie. 'Cause I am wilting inside. Buy a book, maybe two. Wrap it in old paper on you and surprise me, even though it's not a surprise. I can't face the truth, 'cause I can't let go of you. So look in my eyes and go down on your knees. Say you want to spend your whole life with me. I know deep down that this will not work, but still bring me flowers, even if it hurts. Let me lie on your chest and count the stars on the ceiling while we fall asleep. But it's all a dream. Wake me up in the morning, read me poems while you're pouring me coffee. Even though you don't know the coffee I like, I can't face the truth. 'Cause what's the point of life without you?
I must say, Tika, you're here to actually stay for a longer time with all your beautiful songs, and we are going to be hearing that every time you sing to us. So that is so amazing.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
So, Anika, who's been your best friend, throughout this life? Was it music or was it some other person also?
I mean, in terms of a friend can be anyone, according to me. Like, I consider friends as people. I consider trees as friends. I consider the sun as a friend. I know that sounds super lame. But I just wake up every day and I definitely have amazing friends. Like in the last 3 years since I've been in Goa and since I've been here, music has connected me to so many amazing people and I've formed such deep connections and just I've been super, super happy with every single person in my life. But at the same time, music has been there for me. Like, it's been a constant, like, no matter what, and it's been
Hmm.
like, no matter if anyone is not free today, if anyone doesn't want to listen to me today, I always have music. Like, I can always, I can rely on this to, like, be there for me.
So, if you had been given an option that, you could do something else which was not music, which other field would you have been choosing?
Oh God, whenever people ask me this question, I get so nervous because I don't know what else to do. Like, even when people ask me why are you a musician, I'm like, because I don't know what else I would do. Like this is just like so obvious. Like okay, now Anika is a musician. Like that's all. That's it. But if I really thought about it, like maybe a surfing instructor, something to do with the ocean, or like
Hmm.
something to do with writing. I love writing.
So, one other song which comes from yourself, what is that going to be for our audiences?
This was my first song I ever wrote, and my songwriting has changed a lot since then. But I again feel like I should respect it for what it was, and it's called Hot Air Balloon. I literally have a poster of a hot air balloon right there to remind me like of how far I've come. But this song is it started like so much. It was my first ever song that I released, and I learned so much from it. And like it was during the pandemic, And that feels so good to say we're not on the pandemic anymore, firstly. Anyway, it was during the pandemic, and I had sent out, like, I had so much, like, fire in me where I was like, I want this song to do good, and I want this song to, like, reach to as many people as I can. And so for like 1 month, I made like 40 PR packages and hand wrote every note and like went to stationery shops at odd hours because everything was closed. And it was my first like adventure by myself. I was like, how can I do this despite of everything that's going on, you know? And I ended up like sending like 40 PR packages over India. And like stuff like this is like what makes this song so significant because it's so much more than just what I wrote it at that time. Like it means so much to me now. But in terms of what the song is actually about, um, it's about, well, being on a hot air balloon and like, you know, you're up in the sky, you're in the clouds, and you're away from humans.
I'm flying on a hot air balloon. I've never seen the sky so blue. But when am I? Oh, we're so up in the clouds. Why do oh, why do I still want to come down? Could it be 'cause I'm in love with you, or I just miss the ocean blue water? Could it be the taste of coffee, or having 8 hours of sleep? Could it be 'cause I wanna run and play hide and seek? Or maybe, just maybe, I don't want to leave. Oh, I'm flying on a hot air balloon. If I reach out, I can touch the moon. I feel like I can fly, like I can fly. But I want to come home, come home.
Beautiful composition, in fact, Anika. I must congratulate you on that. It's such
Thank
a beautiful
you.
song to hear out too. All right, but this reminds me that, well, it's not just you and me. We also have another artist with us who's actually going to be joining us. And he's going to be also telling us about his own journey. And who do we have with us? Hello, Jimmy. Would you love to introduce yourself to us, please?
Hi, so I'm from Calcutta. Uh, my name is Jamin, and I just put out an album of 14 songs. It's called Cutting Loose, and yeah, it's there everywhere on all the streaming platforms. It's been around. In fact, today marks. It's been like 2 months since it released. Yeah,
Wow.
precisely.
So congratulations on all those beautiful songs you brought it to us, Devin. So tell us something about yourself, that what brought you into the music and what was the whole idea of giving up your first album to all our audiences?
This was long overdue. I feel like I had been sitting on all my work for a very long time, and I had to put it out because I just felt that I wasn't ready for it. I'm not a singer, I was writing songs. I didn't know how to sing, but nobody else was going to sing these songs, so I had to. And I just thought that once I was ready, and I didn't want to put out, like a half-baked product. Like I thought that I'll put it out when I'm ready. So I got people on board, and I think we've been working on this for the last 2 years. So this is
Hmm.
the result of a lot of work which went in, quite a lot of people who worked on it. And yeah, I mean, I'm not like we did our best. I mean, what the reception is uh, for other people to decide how it's doing. Yeah,
So what really inspired you to become a songwriter?
that's because I cannot remember other people's lyrics and chords. So,
Quite
so
smart answer. So just let us know about any of your specific song which we would like to air after that. That what is that
oh,
song all
sure,
about?
sure. So it's I mean, it's difficult to choose or pick a song that I would want to recommend, but I'll just like make the best of this opportunity since you've asked me. There's one song called She, and it's 8.5 minutes long, and it's challenging for people to listen to it because of the length. So I'm going to ask people to listen to that one, and it's a really long song, and these are all songs. There are 14 songs on the album, and these are songs that I've written over a span of 7 years, ever since I started writing songs and
Hmm.
collection of songs. So yeah.
So any question, Jemin, which you would love to ask our artist of the week, Anika, in fact, taking any suggestions or discussing anything. Is there any question which comes up or pops up into your mind?
No, I mean, I feel like this most of the things which I would have had, in mind. She's addressed it all, and yeah, I mean, it's I would be interested in knowing. Let's say, you spoke about the like you intend to put out an album in future at some point of time, or uh, just put out singles. What is it like? Do you intend to put out an album in future, or do you just want to, let's say,
Mm,
put out singles?
singles one at a time, for
Okay.
sure. I think at least that's my perspective for now. I mean, at the end, maybe I could, after I release all the singles before releasing the last one, I could combine it and make it an album. But I
Yeah,
don't know, for me, like every song is an album. Like, I don't know, like
it
every
is.
song
It
has its
is.
own universe, you know? So
Yes.
I mean, at first I would say, okay, I want to release an album. I have a album name. It's called Words Matter. I have it like written on my guitar and everything. But right now, it just feels like now that I look back at how much time it's taken to release every song, oh my God, it takes so much time. Like writing takes like what, 20 minutes, but then the production, the mixing, the
Yeah.
mastering, the promotion, like you must be knowing, like it just takes so long. So I think working on each song individually just means more to me. So definitely just
Yeah.
releasing like singles one by
And do
one.
you think that, I mean, I know how satisfying it is to complete a song, like not the recording bit, but
Oh my God,
write it.
yes.
And once it
Yeah,
finishes, you cannot explain that to someone who, let's say, does not write songs. It's a
for
feeling which,
sure.
so, but I feel this, I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, but this is what I
Hmm.
feel like that process is really nice and enjoyable. But the
Hmm.
process of materializing it, putting it into production is really harrowing, I feel.
I know what you mean. That's definitely something that I feel because there can be like a infinite versions of all of your songs,
Exactly.
you know, in
Yeah.
so many different genres.
Yes.
So honestly, I think I know it's a cheesy answer to give, but like I just follow my gut and just trust my gut. Like if my gut tells me this is what's sitting right, then I just go with that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what music is all about, right? Like how do you pick, okay, this is the word I'm going to use because you think like you have a feeling like, okay, this is what fits right. So I guess
Yeah.
it's just about like listening to your body and what it's saying and listening to
Yeah.
your heart.
Do you intend to put out your music on, let's say, a physical format, future,
Like
or
like
CD
a
or a
oh
record?
my God, that'd be so cool. I would love to. I mean, if people would listen, sure. If there's like two people listening, maybe not. But maybe in the future, for sure. Oh my God, I've never thought about that. But imagine like my face being on a vinyl.
All right, that is quite an interesting conversation between you guys. Thank you so much, in fact, Jemin, for joining with us. And it was
Oh,
amazing knowing you. And we really hope that the music, what you have been thinking about, is going to reach out to the audiences more often so that we can get to know more about you and the way your whole team has been working into getting up the music up for all the audiences. So thank you so much.
thanks.
Coming back, any message that you would love to give to all the audiences right now who are
Um,
wanting to come into this industry and thinking as music as their careers?
I feel like it's really easy to get caught up in what other people are doing, like the grass is always greener on the other side kind of thing. But I've been thinking so much about comparison, and there's not one benefit of comparing yourself. Like there's nothing that benefits you. Like now you're stuck in this body, you know, you're stuck being this person you are. You might as well like get to know yourself and do music and just do what you can do. Like there's zero point. Like you know how people say, oh, like I realize this, but there's so much like space between realizing it and actually feeling it. So if you like start feeling like that you really are, like there's nothing you have to do to be special. You already are.
That's absolutely true. Thank you so much, Anika, for actually being with us on the show. And I'm sure about this, your music, your lyrics are going to have a long way to reach out to us. And they are going to be people who are going to be relating with every word what you sing for us.
Thank you so much. That means so much.